What's up, everyone? It is Julian here. Welcome to another episode of Optimal Health for Busy Entrepreneurs. And I am out in the field if you're watching this on the YouTube channel. And for the audio listeners, welcome once again. And today's episode is more of an impromptu episode. It is something that I did not have planned, and I changed some things around just because I think it's something that's important for now. And it's about the recession. And no, I am not about to go into financial advice or anything like that. That is not my forte, not my specialty. There are a lot of excellent resources out there who are already discussing this, but I am going to talk about the recession in from the standpoint that from our mind and what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. I'm sure you're not immune to this as well. I am sure that you are seeing all over the news that it's a market crash coming. It's you see things still talking about war. You still see so many things talking about just the state of the world and how things are just going to be so bleak. And it's a lot of doom and gloom. And while there may be some validity to things in the market and even with things like war and stuff going on, it doesn't mean that you have to start contracting and bunkering down and just hoping that you survive whatever comes. And that's the main basis for this episode here, is that there's an alternate way to think about recessions. There's an alternate way to think about cataclysmic life events or any sort of quote unquote crisis that arrives at your door. And let's look at from a financial standpoint. Let's think about, well, somebody always wins, somebody always loses in sports. Now, I know that there are times now where everyone gets a trophy, but I still remember when I was playing basketball, that you either win or lose. And I did not get a trophy for losing. Yeah, only the winners were recognized. And but that's another thing. I don't want to go into a ramble on that. But the point is, even in the midst of crisis, even in the midst of turmoil, somebody is going to win. And the question is, why can't it be you? Why can you not be one of the people who actually thrives during this time? Not just survives. Why can you not be one of the people who expands in every facet of life and grows instead of just contracting and just hanging on for dear life? Now, maybe it'll be difficult, absolutely. But is it out of the realm of impossible? No. So why can you not be one of those people? Over the course of the next, I think they're saying, maybe the next 12 to 18 months, it'll be a little rough. But why can't you be one of those people who comes out of this thriving? This is the way I thought about the pandemic. I got in the best shape of my life during the pandemic. In the midst of everything going on, I got in the best shape of my life. And I think part of that is it reminds me of my dad. So yesterday is Father's Day, and this is the third Father's Day without him. And I think about the state of the world, and just probably one of the biggest lessons that I gained from him. And it's about, even when everything seems like it's, shit's hitting the fan or things are just looking very bleak, you can probably still smile and have an attitude. You can control that. And I think about the last night that we had together, even with all the pain that he was going through, he still had the opportunity to crack a joke with me, to crack a joke with my mom, and to always remind me, because I have a habit of this, of not just taking things so seriously, but finding time throughout the day to smile, finding times throughout the day to just breathe and relax. In that. So I remind you that to be careful. Now you say, okay, contract. Many will contract, but you can expand. This is an excellent opportunity to not only create generational wealth, as many financial people talk about, but this is an excellent time to create generational health. It's those two pillars together: generational health and generational wealth. This is an excellent opportunity for you to really make your mark. If you're a newer entrepreneur, I still consider myself an adolescent at this. This is very much an excellent opportunity for us to really grow ourselves and to really thrive and flourish. So as you go about this week and you think about this, mentally prepping yourself, why not me? I think you can do more. This is what I'm telling myself. This is the message that I'm telling myself. So this message is very much not a preaching sermon at you, but it's also a message and a reminder for myself that you can do more. You can absolutely do more. Doesn't mean you hustle yourself into the ground and sacrifice your health or anything like that. No, absolutely not. It doesn't mean that at all. What it means is that you can become more intentional. You can drown out the noise and really be set and get clear on what you want. Now, a couple of ways as I end this video here of how to do this. Well, first and foremost, the most important thing is to be mindful of what you're consuming. What you consume, you become. And so if you're constantly being bombarded and just consuming nothing but negative stuff, of course, that is going to shape your perception of what's going on in the world right now and shape your perception. And your perception ultimately becomes your reality. And as we talk about on this show and here, this is a systems mentality. Health is a systems mentality. Optimal health is far more than just the foods you eat and you exercising and you getting some sleep. No. It's much more than that. It's about your mindset. It's about what you consume, because that's going to affect your stress levels. Some of the good things of having wearables and these different monitors is that you can see a lot of times the things that you don't think are stressing you are actually stressing you and raising your heart rate up, elevating it more than it needs to be. So the first thing is consumption, man. Be very mindful of what you're consuming during these times, because a lot of it's going to be fear. It's good to be informed, but it's also good to keep things in perspective and realize what you can control and what you cannot control, and also why are certain messages being shared in a certain way. What's the reasoning behind it? Who benefits from that? So it's a little different of an episode, but health is a systems mentality, and the state of the world and paying attention to those things are essential, because I see it now with people already. People are getting stressed out for things that may or may not even happen. It's good to be prepared, absolutely. I have different measures of preparation that I'm doing right now myself. But it's also important to realize that during this time, this is an opportunity. They say, I forgot who says it, so you can just let me know, but with crisis comes opportunity. This is very much an opportunity for you to really grow, just like over a few years ago during the start of the pandemic. There were some people who took off, their lives changed, they got in shape, their relationships improved, their businesses improved, and then there were people who maybe haven't even recovered yet, and that's unfortunate. But as in sports, there's winners and losers. There's people who gain and there's people who not. And with this time right now, it's an opportunity. So if you like this type of impromptu episode, definitely let me know. Normally things are a little more scripted, a little more prepared. I at least have some notes or something, but I'm just talking off the top of my head today. And I just mainly thought about, yesterday was Father's Day, and just some of the lessons that I learned from my dad and how those lessons are helping me, and then maybe they'll help you as you go throughout the week here. And so with that said, stay awesome, be limitless, and as always, never stop upgrading. Peace.